Now, the Bermuda Triangle is the most mysterious area in the world, but there is another strange place that also deserves some attention. It's another triangle that's on land in the USA. Its points connect with Reno, Fresno, and Las Vegas, covering 25,000 square miles. Welcome to the Nevada Triangle, a place so difficult to access it was only fully explored in 1912. It's part of the Sierra Nevada, a massive mountain range filled with dizzying high mountain peaks and glaciers sitting frozen at the highest peaks. For the past 60 years, up to 2,000 aircraft have disappeared here without a trace. Only some people are aware of this mysterious place and the secrets it conceals. In 1942, a plane with 2 people inside was flying over the Sierra Nevada, performing standard training drills. The nearest airfield had only been built, and the Nevada Triangle was yet to gain a reputation. Although the skies surrounding the plane were clear on that day, the area was virtually untested. And as the plane flew over the intimidating mountain pass, it suddenly disappeared. When the airfield realized the plane didn't return, they arranged for a quick search. But the mountainous desert area is so vast, making it impossible to locate anything. Several years went by, and more planes continued to mysteriously go missing without an explanation. Inconveniently, this was at a time when other strange events occurred, causing bizarre theories. The Roswell incident in 1947 had caused speculation about its secrecy. Even though the event wasn't in the Nevada Triangle, people at the time couldn't help but assume that it was linked to the planes. Of course, later it was confirmed that it was just a weather balloon, but everyone believed that something extraterrestrial was at work. Later, in 1955, the famous testing site Area 51 was built. It quickly grew a reputation as a highly restricted area. Curious civilians were quickly removed from the area if they strayed too close, and planes were ready to intercept anyone that dared approach from the sky. With this new secret location directly next door to the Nevada Triangle, it increased the curiosity about what was inside, with more rumors that these people were hiding something intergalactic, or that they were monitoring whatever it was taking the planes from the Nevada Triangle. But as the years flew past and fewer planes disappeared, the mysteries faded. The old rumors soon became only local folklore, until one day a hiker came across a piece of a plane. The piece had been frozen within one of the glaciers, and over the years, as the ice melted with each season, the pieces descended further down the mountain. A search was made for the rest of the plane. It was quickly found and identified as the one that disappeared in 1942. Its location matched part of its expected flight path. They could now uncover what really happened the day of its disappearance and unlock some secrets of the Nevada Triangle. They understood the plane was expected to fly over the Sierra Nevada back to the airfield. It appeared that they had suddenly lost complete control. The cause of their fall was a mountain wave, a natural phenomenon unknown at the time of the incident. It's caused by the Sierra Nevada mountain range. That provides a natural barrier, encountering the winds rushing in from the Pacific Ocean. As winds follow inland, they create a wave traveling upwards to 14,000 feet high and follow 70 miles over the high peaks. But as the cold winds drop over the peaks, it causes the wave of air to drop suddenly by 10,000 feet over 3 miles. And as it flows downwards, it creates atmospheric gravity waves, where the wave bounces up and down continuously at incredible speeds of 3,000 feet per minute. If a plane is caught in a downward drop, it puts even the most experienced pilot in a perilous position. But as years went by, it soon became a well-researched phenomenon by geologists and professional gliders. They came from all around the world to learn and unravel how the Sierra Nevada mountain waves functioned. Today, the risks are understood by those keen to fly through it. Some professional gliders have found the wave movement quite predictable and glide along without concern. But the mysterious plane disappearances didn't stop with the mountain waves, and planes continued to go missing. It appeared there was more to the Nevada Triangle yet to be explained. Further inland are more disorienting formations of high-altitude peaks and ranges of lowlands. As the topography interacts with the weather, it causes even more unforeseen dangers. potentially perilous to even the most adept of pilots, Steve Fossett. Steve Fossett was a famous aviator and the first person to circumnavigate the globe in a hot air balloon. He also set another 115 world records through impressive feats traveling in planes, gliders, and boats. His achievements are legendary throughout the world. An incredibly driven and competitive guy with great attention to detail. There wasn't anything that would stop him from achieving his goals. But then, one day, in the Bermuda Triangle, he suddenly went missing. On September 3, 2007, Steve went for a quick joyride in his plane, a Super Decathlon. He said goodbye to his hosts at the ranch he was staying at, letting them know that he wouldn't be gone long. He didn't give them any information about where he was headed. He didn't need to. He's Steve Fossett. He was so revered that he didn't even need to register his flights before takeoff, as most pilots have to. He had flown planes and gliders throughout the Bermuda Triangle many times. No one would think something could go wrong. But as 3 hours passed, his hosts became concerned that he hadn't returned, and they immediately declared him missing to the authorities. His disappearance immediately sparked the biggest peacetime search and rescue mission in U.S. history. But without knowledge of his flight plan, they had to assume he could be anywhere within the radius of his plane's fuel capacity, up to 30,000 square miles. They found no clues of his whereabouts over the following days. But ironically, in the search, several missing planes were found. But while the news discussed these discoveries, it caused a resurgence in the legend of the Bermuda Triangle. And with the rise of the legend, rumors began